guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another Shadowhunters related video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think the last one I did was part 2 of rambling about Malik in May, and that was a while ago, so I'm actually very excited to be sitting down and speaking about Shadowhunters again. To be honest, at the moment I've been doing quite a bit of makeup videos, and not being funny, I've actually really liked it, but we all know that Shadowhunters is like everything to me, so I have to talk about it. And you're probably wondering what else is there for me to talk about, because I literally talk about it so much, but there's still loads for me to talk about, sis, so sit comfortable, because this video is all about Klalik. Hell yes. So with this being a Shadowhunters video, I will warn you that there's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, then go watch the show, please, because like it'll do it better for you. I know some people just watch videos without seeing it and like watch the scenes and then think, whoa, I might actually watch it. But I think that ruins it. So I would suggest watching it first. I mean, I know it's a bit of a commitment going through all of that and watching it. It's like, go and read the books as well. It'll take you like literally months to do it all and then come back to this video. You'll forget about it, you actually will. But like, I think you should do it. 100%. It's worth it. I love it. You will love it. And if you don't, then I'm sorry. So today's Shadowhunters video is all about Klalik. Now, this is going to be interesting because Klalik is not a ship in the show. It's a, like, AU ship, we all call it. So it's Clary and Alec, and of course, we know that Clary is with Jace and Alec is with Magnus. Please, we know this fact. It's like a known key thing, and I need to just put it out there with how I feel about Klalik. Okay, this is what this video is about. So before I start with anything that I'm gonna, talk about, because like the other ships that I did, Clace, Malik, Sizzy, I made top 10 lists of all my favourite scenes, and I've done it with Klalik because I love them that much that I had to, and I think it will be really good. I'm really excited to do it. But before I get into the list, I'm going to just say that I know that there's people out there, so if you're watching this and you love Klalik but in a romantic way, then sorry, I am not one of you. I am not, okay? I love Klalik, but as friends. End of story. That's it. The people they're with in the show is the people I want them to be with. It's the people they're meant to be with. That's it. But not gonna lie, there is the slightest part of my being that likes them in a romantic way. A tiny bit. Just a little bit. Now, I've always liked them in a scene, and I think the reason is I always liked them. I always screamed it as they came on the screen. I was like, it's Klalik, oh my god. And I always wondered why. I was like, what is it, that makes me love them? Because there's just something about them both that I can't cope with. And especially because when you think about it, they don't have that many scenes, but yet the scenes they have, I love, and it's just hilarious. But I've come to the point of that I think it's Matt and Kat, okay? Matt and Kat are actual friendship goals. I can't with them. They are so cute, and I actually love them as much as Klalik. I've named their ship name now is Kathu, 100%. That's why I scream. So like interviews, I even love watching them on an interview. I do it a lot because we didn't get that much Klalik content, and I did feel robbed of it, even though I'm going to do a top 10 of some scenes. I did feel robbed of more because I love them, and yes, they just needed more scenes. And I think it's just because of Matt and Kat, because their chemistry was everything. It radiated through the screen onto me, and it just, I don't know if it did you, but it made me fall in love with Klalik even more. And I was thinking that if the characters, the actors were different, I don't think I would have liked them as much as I do. But who knows? Different situations can mean different things. We don't know. Alright, so we're going to get into my top 10 because I'm very excited to do this. I wrote down the scenes a while ago on my phone. Here it is. Look at my phone case, it's great. But I wrote down all the scenes I could think of, pretty much all of them, as many as I could, on my notes on my phone, and I then put like emojis next to it of the ones that I wanted in my top 10. But of course, I needed to watch it all again, even though I know the stuff, because I literally watch this show all the freaking time, that like, it's obvious I'm going to know them, but I just needed to make sure I watched them again to know exactly the order I need them in, and that's what I did last night. So I have the order right here, and I like it very much. I think it's a brilliant order for their scenes. The other thing as well that will make me laugh is that I feel like some of you might forget that some of these scenes existed. You'll be like, oh my god, yeah, that was a brilliant scene. Because when you think about it, they, like I say, they don't have that many scenes, but I tried to pick out the key ones that they did have because they were brilliant, they actually were. Alright, so number 10 is from season 1, episode 12, and it's when they thank each other, basically.
My whole world turned upside down, but you and I thanking each other, that's too much.
So that's how I named it, because basically that's what they did. And when I thought about it, I love that scene. I watched it again, of course I did, and I looked at it on my screen and I was like, it's so cute, but it's gonna be number 10 because it's not one of my favorites, but it is because it's in my top 10. But I do love it a lot because obviously she's finally got her mum back, and their relationship was just so funny because technically Alec didn't really like her, but like he still had a soft spot for her. Like I always knew that he did. Like you could see it, even though he would shout at her and be a bit like, roll his eyes and be like, oh, bloody hell, you know, he was a bit irritated by her, but yet he still liked her, you know, he had this soft spot for her and I loved it. So them thanking each other was really cute. And it, not being funny, it makes me laugh because Chloe's face when he's thanking her, she's like, wait, what? You're thanking me? Are you feeling okay? Like, it's hilarious the way she looks at him. I'm like, whoa girl, stop.
I should thank you. I don't know what would have happened to Isabel after the trial if you hadn't returned the cup. You saved my sister, so thank you.
Yep. But I did like it that he thanked her back. Obviously, I would know she thanked him because, yes, they went through so much stuff to do it and, you know, help get her mum back. So she had to thank him. But the fact that he was thanking her too, I was just like, ah! That is so cute! I love it. I really do. Alright, so number 9 is from season 1 again, episode 5, and this one actually has quite a few scenes. Episode 5 from season 1 has quite a few scenes in it, but the one I put as number 9 was when they trained together. Now, I actually love this episode because Alec was like thriving. We had so much content in that and I was living for it. I actually was, and it just makes me laugh because obviously it's at the beginning, so you know he's still a bit irritated about her, you know, like, why are you here, go away. he kind of was a bit like, because we all know as well that he loved Jace, and I don't want to get into that because I'm kind of thinking about a video of that, but he did, and I think that's what made him not like her much because he was a bit jealous. He was like, whoa bitch, what are you doing, why are you involved, why are you like getting in my way, literally. It was hilarious, to be honest. I actually kind of liked it because like we all knew that it wasn't going to happen, so I was like shipping place like 100%, but he was like, bitch, what are you doing? But yeah, it just made it more funny, I thought, because of that. But this scene was hilarious because technically he was babysitting her, he was punished. He even said that in the scene.
If I screw up, I expect to be punished. I'm supposed to be a leader.
I actually can't. And I loved it. They were using sticks and they were talking, and yeah, it was hilarious. And she was being hella shady and savage, and I just can't. They just make me laugh so much, and it's just so cute. Like, it is Matt and Kat, 100%. Their chemistry just radiates like into Clalic, and it's brilliant. I love it. But yes, it was funny, and it always makes me pissed because of course he's like, no. He was a bit intrigued though, because obviously she was like on about the box, let's go get it, and he was like, no, absolutely not. She was like, oh, freaking course. And it was hilarious because yet again he's going by the rules.
Whatever was in that box meant a lot to her. Maybe there's something inside that could help us track him.
Where can we find the box?
I think it's still back at the loft. Let's go get it.
Absolutely not. Not without permission.
But then she snuck out because Magnus rang him, and he was like, I'm hella distracted, boyfriend's ringing me.
Just... Hello, who is this?
Alexander, hi. It's Magnus.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, what's up?
I was just thinking.
And she's like, thanks Magnus, because I get to leave. Yeah, I loved it. I really did. I just liked them training together. I just thought it was brilliant. And I loved the content that we were given. Yeah. Alright, so number 8 is the same episode, but it's when he then finds her after she snuck out.
Simon, hey. I know I should have called you right back. I'm really sorry. Are you okay?
Now, I put this before the training one because I actually do like it more because they're more savage to each other, and the way he is when he finds her is hilarious. What he says actually makes me laugh so much because he's like,
why'd you run out? And what's the point of an invisibility rune if you don't silence your phone? It was childish, sneaking out like that.
I just can't with it because and also it's the way he like full on like comes up right behind her and is like, bitch, what are you doing? It's just so funny. I just can't with him. I love it. And the jacket he wears, I actually missed that jacket in the later seasons because, not being funny, I don't watch season 1 that much because I get irritated because Alec's my favourite character. I love him, but in season 1 he was so annoying. Like, yes, but that's because he was still in the closet then. But like, still, he was. But I don't care because this scene was hilarious and he was a mood, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it. And her face, she was like, oh, because he found her, and he was probably thinking, thank God, because obviously he was responsible, and you know. But he does end up losing her, oh, Christ, but still, he managed to find her at that point. But like, yes, and then please Simon rings her, and he's like, oh my God, girl, hang up, we need to go back to the institute, like right now, because I'll get slapped across the face if we don't.
I'm at the Brooklyn Academy. I'm on my way to...
Hang on. That's it, we have to go, right now.
No, I'm on my way to the loft.
It really made me laugh. And oh my God, the best part was when she called him out on what happened in episode 4, when he like basically like revealed his love for Jace, and they were all like, and he was like, wait, what? It just made me laugh.
It's really hard being in love with Jace, and he's straight and everything.
Excuse me? What?
Because his face, because she said it, she like, you're in love with Jace, and he was like, wait, what? I was like, please boy, it's obvious, like, we all know this fact, we all know you're gay, it's fine, like, literally the only person that doesn't know is you, literally. Wow, I love them so much. Alright, so number 7 is from season 2, episode 5. So we're going like a season up now from what I last talked about. But it's when they go to Iris's, that bitch. I actually hate her as well. She's such an idiot. And, you know, she tries to bring her mum back, basically.
Paperwork.
Yeah, just a simple pinprick to draw blood for the oath. For the favor we talked about?
I don't know about any favor.
Oh, that was the deal we made.
It's fine, Alec. I want to do this.
I like this a lot because, of course, Alec feels so guilty about what he did because obviously he didn't mean it, and it kind of, I feel like the reason why he felt like that was because he was quite mean to her and rude to her, especially in the beginning of season 2. He like kept shouting at her and saying like, you don't belong here, and she was like, what? And I was like, that is rude, you can't throw that in my face, don't make Clark be like that, because I don't like it. But they did, whatever. But still, I feel like you could see it in his little face, and it was just, he just felt so bad. So of course she then finds out that she can do it with this bitch, and so tells him, because he apologizes. Well, that was cute. And he's like, yeah, let's go, because like her, he feels terrible and would do anything to get her back, and it's just like, oh my god. But anyways, they go, and he was actually so cute, and I live for it. What he said, I was like, stop.
No, I'm not leaving your side.
Oh my god, I'm not leaving your side. Yeah, literally, like, I'm actually not. Because normally you can piss off, like, I don't want you near me, but this time you're staying with me, girl, because I'm like, you know, I'm all kinds of guilty to you, and it's just like, ugh, I just loved it. But Iris was such a bitch. I hated what she did to her. But there's all kinds of parts in that, because obviously they split up. But they first go, and the bit where they first arrive makes me piss so much when they're at the door, and she's like, oh, you brought a guest? Your boyfriend? And they're like, no.
And I see you brought a guest. Your boyfriend?
No.
Woo! I can't with that. Yet again, that's something that makes me piss every time I watch it, because it is hilarious. His face with everything, he just looks at her like, no bitch, I'm gay. I just, yeah. I just can't. It was so funny, like, yes. But yes, there's quite a bit to that, because technically I've called it like the whole like part where they went to her house. Because obviously it was split up, but I still liked it because he was concerned for her, because he didn't really know what was happening, and like as soon as they got there and she knew what they were doing, he was like, no, it's not happening. He could see in his face from how she was when they entered. He was just like, can we leave, because she's a bitch, I hate her already. And I love that about him so much. I actually do. Wow. They are actual friendship goals, and I love it. Alright, so number 6 is from season 2, episode 8, and it's when Alec hallucinated. Yeah.
It makes me sick.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you killing my mom.
Now, yet again, it's that bitch Iris. I actually hate her so much. She's really irritating. But yeah, she's bloody spelling everyone because they're all at the party and they're all like making them go crazy. But I just found it so rude because, of course, she was bringing out their fears and, you know, what they were all worried about. And of course, Alec was worried about Clary hating him for what he did. But we all know, and she knew that it was not his fault. Literally, he was possessed. Please, like, he didn't mean it. But he still felt like he did. You know, he did it on purpose, and he did it, and he felt terrible. But like, ugh, I just can't. His little face, and I always wonder like what she actually said at the first part of his hallucination when they first meet, and oh my actual god, the way he says hey and like, you're leaving.
Hey, are you leaving?
Oh! It is so cute, man. I actually can't with him. He's so cute, and he's like smiles at her and he's like, where are you going? You're leaving? And then she's like, I have to, blah blah blah, and starts speaking all this horrible shit to him. I just can't with that bitch. She was so irritating. But yes, and then he ends up on the bloody ledge. That was like, whoa! I was like, get down! What are you doing, son? I actually couldn't believe he was up there. I was like, what the freaking hell are you doing? Like, literally, it must have been that bad though, that he like what she said caused him to go on the ledge. Like, whoa, son. He obviously had it built up for a while, and because she was being a bitch and bringing it out with her saying that. Ugh. But yes, I know it's not really what she's saying, but I like the part because when he's on the ledge, they switch between what she's making her say and then what she's actually saying. So she's like, you're weak, blah, 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 you're an idiot. And I'm like, shut up. And then she's like, it's okay, take my hand. And I'm like, ah!
You're weak. Please, okay? Don't worry. Take my hand. Nobody's gonna miss you.
Yes, do. Oh, wow. It was so cute, man. And his face, though, I was like, holy shit. Don't do it to me because I'll actually cry. And he was just like, I know you wish I was dead. She was like, I do not wish you were dead. No, I do literally not. Of course I don't. Because, like, why would I? That's horrible. You're my BFF. Like, oh my god. It would have been so cute if they were besties. But, of course, she was besties with Simon. But, like, sure. I just wanted it. I wanted them to be, like, BFFs as well. It would have been so cute. It actually was. And then, of course, Magnus's boyfriend comes to save the day and catches him because he was about to do it, and I was like, oh my god. But like, yes, she was a bit like, oh my god, like what the bloody hell, you know, because like he obviously was driven mad and so guilty about it, but he was obviously keeping it inside, and it just showed her how much, like how bad he felt, and it was like, oh, it was like, bleh. It was cute, but it was sad, but I still loved it. Yeah. And then number 5 is in the same episode and along those lines. It's when Clary doesn't blame Alec for killing her mum.
Whatever you heard me say when you were under the spell, you have to know, I don't blame you for my mom. I don't.
This one is adorable. Yet again, it's after something that happened, but I put it higher because I like it more than the actual hallucination scene, because yet again, his face, he's like, you know, don't come at me, like I'm a bit nervous to be around you now because of what I did. And she's just like, honey, you know, I don't blame you. Like, whatever I said, I don't believe that because it's loads of bullshit. Like, I don't blame you at all. I know it was that dickhead Valentine that sent bloody demon. So, like, I know it wasn't you. And I'm not being funny, but he looked so really hot during that. So I was like, whoa, girl, how are you able to do it? Because I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, what was it again? What was I meant to say to you? Because, like, they all looked great in that episode. They actually did. And I was like, damn. But that's not what we're talking about. But, like, still, his face was not only, like, but it was beautiful at the same time, and I was like, damn. And the smile that he gave her, and then he grabbed her shoulder, and then she... Whoa! Stop. Help me, because that was so cute. So, yeah. It was almost like they made up, like they were friends, you know, and then they were alright with each other, and I liked it. To be honest, when she walked off, you can kind of see in his face that he almost like still didn't believe it, but he tried to, you know, he was like, alright, yes, I'll go with it, but I'm still not sure. But like, still. It was so cute, and I actually believed her that she didn't, because like she wouldn't. She's like, no boy, I know you would never do such a thing. It was because you were possessed. So like, yeah, don't think that, because it's full of shit, literally. Alright, so number 4 is one of my faves. Of course it is, this is the top 10, but like it's number 4, so like it's one I love the most, and it's from season 2, episode 4, and it's when they hunt the demon together.
Hey Frey, you got a demon to hunt. Come on.
Oh my god, I actually love this scene so much. Because yet again, what they're talking about makes me laugh. She has to go around with him to look for it because Jace is in jail. Ooh. And Izzy's busy doing something. So them two are together and I'm like, yes! Give us that quality content though! I stand. And they did, and it just made me laugh because at the beginning he was like, don't slow me down, and she was like running around, whoa, whoa, whoa. I already am, sorry. And I just, whoa. And then he grabs her hand and I'm like, ooh, but like, no. And he draws the rune on and then she's like, damn, I can't see anything. And he's helping her with the heat signature and I just love it.
What's this for?
Let's just see the demon's heat signature.
And then what they talk about is hilarious. Oh my god. He says the most iconic line to exist on the show and I actually love it. I'll put the clip in. What do you say, boy? Say it right now. Go.
Possible just means try again.
Yes, son. That is one of the most iconic lines, actually. And I actually have a sticker on that right there. Do you want me to show you, actually? I could do. I'm going to move my... What's it called? There you go. There it is. I'm going to really ruin my bloody self. Oh, there's my Malik poster. Love that. But like, yes. There it is. That was from Redbubble. Of course it was. Like, literally, where else would it be from? I feel like I've just ruined my setup, but it's alright. But like, I had to show you because it is iconic and I had to have a sticker of it and there it is. So like, yes. But yes, it is. And she was just like, ugh, whatever. And it just, wow, I love it so much. What else do they talk about? Oh yes, and then they talk about the fact that she's meant to be going to Idris with her mom, and he's on about it, and he's like, you're going to be out of the field, it's fine, you're going to go to Idris, and she's like, where was? They both look at each other like, And then he's like, oh, you're going to Idris? Am I? I don't know, I've not decided yet. It's so funny.
I'll be out of the field soon enough. I'm going to Idris.
Wow, this travels fast.
And then also, what she says, that what they both say at the end was funny because obviously he mentions the fact that she could be going to Idris and she's like everyone, you know, she understands him. That's why I love them. That's why they're such friendship goals, because she knows that he hates her. Well, not hates her, but like is a bit like around her. So she's like, well, what does she say? She's like,
But I haven't decided yet, so don't get too excited about throwing me a going away party.
because it's hilarious. And I was like, whoa girl, that is literally what he would do though. Like, I actually thought that when I first watched it. I was like, and then she said it, I was like, whoa, she knows exactly this boy's mind and I love that. Like, please, this is why they're Clalic, literally. And then at the end, they're both like,
It'd be pretty amazing to get me out of your hair, huh?
I didn't say that, you did.
help me. They are such goals. Clalic goals for the win. I love them. Alright, so we're into the top 3s now. And number 3 is from season 2, episode 13. And it's when she's unconscious, Clary's unconscious, and Alec is there for her when she wakes up. This is so cute, man. I really love it because, of course, Alec is a bit pissed off with Jace because of like his the Inquisitor is now his grandma, and he's like, oh, I gotta do what Granny says. So, and she's made him the head, and he's going a bit like crazy. So he's basically had an argument with both of them, and then ends up resulting in like not having nothing to do. So then sits with Clary because obviously she was still with Simon there, but he couldn't sit with her because she was such a bitch and threw him in jail. And I was like, what are you actually doing, Imogen? They were such idiots in that episode. I was like, what are you doing? But anyways, he was there for her, and it was so cute because she woke up and she was like, what's going on? And he was like, you're okay, but you were drugged.
What happened?
You were drugged. Fortunately, Simon got to you before it was too late.
It's just his face. You could see it. He's concerned for her, even though it's Clary. And like, please, if he didn't care, he wouldn't have sat with her, but he did. And I was like, that is so cute, Alec. I mean, yes, he probably didn't have anything else to do because no one else would do it for him. Because what they told him to do, he was like, no, I ain't doing that. You can jog on. And I love that about him. So we got the amazing Clalic scene, and I stan. But yeah, so his face, he was like, take it easy. And she was just concerned about Simon. And I was like, no, Alex stood right there. Just be concerned about him, literally.
Where's Simon?
Take it easy.
But like, yes, they were dating and he was in jail and she was like, wait, what? because he told her about Imogen shoving him in jail, and she was like, what? And that'd be funny, but if he said that to me, I'd be like, bitch, why did she do that? And he'd be like, yeah, but agreed, because she is one of them. Wow, I stand their friendship like a lot. I feel like if they could have put that in, it would have made me laugh so much. Like it actually would have done, because they would have agreed on it, and I would have loved it. Oh, and it was cute when he like told her that they were gonna kill her, and she was like, they were trying to kill me, and in his face he was like, yeah, they were.
They tried to kill me?
Oh, whoa, he does have a soft spot for her, like 100%. If you don't see it, then what are you doing? Because like he does 100%. Alright, so now we're on number 2, and number 2 is a brilliant one, and it's from season 1 again, episode 13, and it's when he saves her from running after Jace in the portal. This is yet again so cute because, yeah, like I said, he saves her from ending up in Limboland because, you know, Valentine was there, dick, and persuaded Jace to go with him because it messed with his head because he thought they were siblings. Ugh. So he ends up going with him, and she's like, no, and runs after him. But Alec's like, whoa, you can't go because you'll end up in Limboland. Whoa. I did love it because he was like, and caught her, and then she was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm saving your life.
What are you doing?
Saving your life. If you enter a portal not knowing where you're going, you'll be stuck in limbo forever.
Even though he was like, ugh. It makes me laugh though about that, because there's so many times where he does things that he could easily not do. Like he could easily just, like there, he could have easily just let her, like just stood there like, yeah, off you go, we end up in limbo, see you later, what I've done with you, we don't need you no more. But yeah, he didn't. You know, because he cared about her, he did, like a little bit of him did, and he knew that everyone else cared about her. You know, there was Simon, Jace, Izzy, Magnus, like literally everyone else except him. So he was like, right, I'll do it then. I'll save her, and did. And the bit where she like breaks down his arms, oh my god, I love that as well. Of course I do, because it's so cute. Because he stood there, and she's like, no, because Jace is gone, and then she like falls into him. It's the fact though that he actually like brings her in to hug her. Whoa, stop. Because he then like wraps his arms around her and like holds on to her as she's like breaking down. Whoa, I loved it. I really did so much. It was so cute. Not being funny actually, when I watched it last night again, I did scream a bit, and I was like, oh, Chloe! So I was like, that needs to be high up in the list, because if it made me do that, that means I bloody love it. So like, there you go, it's number 2. Okay, so before we reach number 1, I'm going to do some extras like I always do, because like I say every time, I have to, because there's still more scenes and I still want to talk about them. So let's go. So the first one I've got on my list here is also from season 2, episode 4, and it's the part where they both watch possessed Alec killing Jocelyn. Now, I was torn between 2 other ones from this. So it was this, or it was the part where they actually find Jocelyn dead. And out of the 2, I thought, now when I think about it, not gonna lie, they are like one after each other, so I could have just spoke about all of it, but I'm just going to talk about that part because his face the whole time was like, oh my god, you know, like he'd literally just done it, and they'd both found her dead on the floor. Not being funny, my wig actually flew off when I watched that for the first time. I was like, what? Holy shit! You know, because of course I've said this millions of times before, but I haven't read the books. Well, I have. I'm reading them now, but I didn't read them before the show, so I believed that happened. But apparently, well, I know now, she doesn't die in the book. So that was all a shock to everyone, because they were like, whoa, what? She dies? She absolutely not. But they did. So yes. But anyways, they watch it on the screen, and not being funny, I'm always like, what? Like, why would you stand with Clary and watch how you killed her mother? Like, what are you doing? That's a bit strange. I'm always like, somebody grab me the popcorn, because I'm gonna watch how I murdered Clary's mom. Like, what? Like, I just don't get it. But they did, probably because he wanted to know, because like they say in it, he forgets what happens as soon as the demon leaves. So he was like, what did I do? Like, he was looking at himself like, oh shit. So then he wanted to watch it, and she obviously wanted to do it. Oh, but it was his face. He was just like, he just kept looking at her like, Clary, and she was pissed. And then it's like, as it finishes, he just then looks at her like, Clary, and she's just like, I have a demon to kill. Oh!
Clary.
I have a demon to kill.
I mean, yes, but he was just like, like he just felt so bad. And I mean, of course he did. He felt bad for ages after that. But like, not being funny, I feel like that caused their relationship to get stronger, because then he started warming to her because he felt guilty about doing that. Which, in a way, I kind of liked. Even though that it was a bit rude that they did that to him to get to that point, I still quite liked it that he had a reason to warm to her. So yeah. So the next one is from season 2, 05 again, and this is the one where he apologises to her after killing her mum.
Look,
Please, don't.
Clary, I'm so sorry.
So yes, this one I love as well, because yet again, he's like really like, oh, and he's so cute, and he's obviously at the beginning, he just couldn't face her at all. He was just like, no, absolutely not. There's no way I'm gonna do it, because I don't know what to say to her. I don't know how I can look at her. I don't know, like, anything. But then of course, he goes to Babe's house, and he knows exactly what to say to him. He's just like, what are you talking about? You're amazing. You can do it. Go and do it right now, son. And of course, being the amazing boyfriend that he is, listens to him and goes and does it. And I'm like, that's boyfriend gold it actually is. But yes, he walks in, and obviously she's thinking about what Iris is wanting to do, because she's already been and seen her, bloody hell. And he's just like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, don't. But he said it anyway, and it's just like, oh God. And she obviously knows how sorry he is, but obviously I can understand why she's always like, don't, because like how many times people have probably said that to her. She's just like, yeah, I know, and I know it's not your fault, literally. But it just, I said this before about the part where they went to Iris's, but it was just annoying because they were both like really keen. Like the fact that she ended up going with Alec, it just made it worse because he agreed to it. Normally though, he's the one that's like, no, you're not doing it. But because he felt so guilty and did it, he was like, I'll do anything. Like, I actually will. He even said that.
I would do anything, and I mean anything, to take back those 30 seconds, to get your mom back.
So, yeah, it was like, ugh. But when the apology though, loved it. It was really, really cute. And the last one in my extras is from season 2, episode 12, and it's when the bloody idiots, Sebastian / Jonathan, is being horrible to her because, okay, so it's when he's concerned for her as he's been like shouting at her and saying this horrible shit, basically.
Tell me what it feels like to have your entire family ripped away from you.
What?
That's enough.
So yeah, it's the one where Magnus and Valentine swap bodies, and they're all trying to do it, but she is trying to do the rune to open it to get in there, but she can't because of like everything she's going through. And so Sebastian is being an idiot, and he's like, I mean, yes, it helped in the end, but still I hated it because I was like, you're an idiot. He really irritated me, he did, because obviously he was Jonathan in the end. I was like, what the hell? But yes, he irritated me, and doing that I was like, excuse me. And so was Alec, because he was like, don't do that, that's horrible.
That's enough.
Trust me on this, okay? Trust me.
Oh, because it was so cute. It actually was. And not being funny, when I think about it, I'm always like, because obviously Alec finds out eventually that it's actually Magnus in Valentine's body as Imogen's trying to kill him. And so they all make this deal. And then I'm like, So you clearly went to Clary and was like, girl, I need your help. So like, oh, yes, we didn't see it, but I think it. I'm always like, that meant that he went and asked Clary for help to do, you know, come and do this. So I'm like, hell yes, he like thought about her. We stand. But of course, and he's me though, at the beginning when he's like,
I don't know why you felt the need to bring him here.
that's me though, it actually is. Piss off, we don't need you. But well, we did in the end because you like shouted at me to bloody do it. But still, he was me. And then he grabbed hold of her arm. I was like, ooh!
Oh.
Boards are up.
Literally anything they do, touching each other, like standing next to each other, looking at each other, literally kills me. So the fact he was like that, I was like, woo! Stop it. And then it's his face though, as he's saying this horrible stuff to her about the family. And he's like, don't, because I ripped her family. I'm the one who did it. You know, like, it's just like, I just can't. It's just, I love people being concerned. And especially him, his face, he's always just like, yeah, I did. I really loved it. Alright, so we have finally reached number 1, and number 1 is such an amazing Clark scene. Like, I already knew the minute I thought about doing this video that this would be my number 1 favourite scene, because I actually love it. And it's from season 3, the only one from season 3, I have to say. And season 3, episode 7, and it's when Alec hugs her. This scene actually kills me so much. I love all of the scene because of event. Oh, you know what? The wish thing drives me nuts, and the fact that she finally tells them, I'm like, thank God. And we all think that he's a bit pissed because the way he was acting, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And you know, she was like, I understand that you're gonna arrest me now, and he was like, Simon was like, no, and he just gave him the dagger eyes, like, shut up. And I was like, whoa, 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 because we all know what Alec's like towards Simon as well. But he does that, and then he walks around to Clary, and everyone's a bit like, oh gosh, what's he gonna do? And then he hugs her, and I'm like, stop. I watched that on repeat a lot because I love it. And also, I feel like he was in quite a huggy mood that episode, because he then hugs Magnus as well, and I'm like, stop. I can't cope with you hugging all of my, you know, ships. It's like, well, don't do it. But yes, absolutely love it. It's just so cute, and she is shocked. Like, it makes me laugh because the way her face is, she's like, like, what? She looks at Izzy like, what's going on with your brother? Like, is he alright? Like, oh my god, I did love it. He does have a funny, like, his face though. He's almost like, oh, like, alright, give me all. But I just love it because there's everyone else there that could hug her, and yet he's the one that does it, and I'm like, stop. But it's so cute. It actually is. My wig actually did fly off during that, so I was like, oh no. I am bored now. But still, overall, that is my absolute favourite Clark scene, and I scream every time I watch it. And like I said, I replay it over and over because how can I not? It is adorable. Hell yes. Alright guys, so that is the end of my Clark ramble video. I really hope that you enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I finally got around to doing it, and I really enjoyed it so much. I love them, and I had to talk about it. So, there you go. Enjoy. So, if you want me to talk any more about Shadowhunters, I will happily do it. I'm not being funny, but I'm actually thinking about doing a 3rd video about Malik. I'm actually terrible, somebody stop me. But I have still so many more scenes in the show on here that I still love that I haven't talked about yet. So I've got to do it. So I'm probably going to at some point. So yes. But if you fancy me doing anything else, like genuine, just maybe even just talking about the show, you know, like just talking about the storyline and like each season and things like that, I could do that easily. Because, you know, we all know by now, I'm actually addicted to this show, and I will literally talk and talk and talk about it until there's nothing left to say. Because that's how obsessed I am with it. So yes, I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below what you thought and give me some more suggestions. Also subscribe if you are new. And yeah, I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye! I need to sneeze. Yes, disgusting is. Okay. I should watch the show all the fucking time. Oh shoot, I shouldn't say that. Alright, so number 12. Number 12. No, that's because it says 12. Never mind. Hold on. I don't have a top 12. Fuck that. Alright. Radiates into Malik and just becomes Malik? Absolutely not. Clara, I'm gonna say that like so many times before I say, oh shit. And she's like, oh fucking course. Can't say that. It was so fucking funny. Shit, I burped. You could yeah. Oh fucking course it was. Alright, so we're in top 3. That's 4. Probably she what's my radiator doing? Why do I slap my leg? I don't know. I said that once before, but I do. Okay. Banging and crashing with the pots and pans. Alright.